this jump scare. How can anybody not have Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives as their number one pick in the entire franchise with a fucking triple decapitation for the win? Are you kidding me? Now, this wasn't CJ Graham in this scene. I don't remember what this actor's name was, but they had a different guy playing Jason at first, and you could kind of see he was like a bulkier type of dude. He had more weight on him than CJ Graham. He walks different than CJ Graham. But nonetheless, man, like a triple decapitation. Are you fucking serious, yo? Like, I love this movie so much. This is so much my favorite entry in the Friday 13th franchise. I was so moved by that triple decapitation when I saw it, that when I got older, I think when I was like in high school or some shit like that, I was writing like a shitty horror, like a shitty slasher movie script, or what I thought was a fucking script at the time, and I had like a 5-person, like a 4-person decapitation to try to top that scene, and nothing will ever top that triple decapitation. Yo, I love this movie, man. I love the kills in this movie. Tom McLaughlin, man. First of all, Jelly Dude, I blame you, yo, because you asked me to fucking do, what was it, Friday 13 Part 3? He was like, can you do Part 3 or 5 if you haven't done it already? And I'm like, God damn, man. Now I'm back into the series. I'm back watching the movies again. I mean, it's not that I don't watch these movies too often. I watch them whenever I can, honestly, because even the bad Friday 13th movies are entertaining as shit. But Jason Lives, man, this will forever be my favorite in the franchise. It's got the best opening in the franchise, where Tommy just goes to dig up Jason and all plans go out the fucking window. Everything goes wrong. Jason is resurrected through lightning bolt, you know, like through javelin. Not even a javelin, it's like a fence post in his chest, and the lightning hits it and it just brings him back to life. CJ Graham's got the maggots on his face, man. Yo, he punches Halls' fucking heart out. Like this, the opening is amazing. The characters are great. The humor is, I feel like they carry on a lot of that humor from Friday the 13th Part 5. It's not as sleazy of a movie, nowhere even near as sleazy of a movie as Friday the 13th Part 5, but I do feel like they carried on a lot of the humor, which actually works, because this movie embraces, like, this is probably the campiest, to say the least, Friday the 13th movie, yo. Like, in my opinion, I really think it's the campiest, most fun entry, yo. Because they knew exactly what it was, even so much so to where Martin, the caretaker here, he looks directly in the screen when he's like, why they had to go dig up Jason, and Halls' foot, he doesn't even know it's not Jason, he doesn't know it's Halls, but Halls' foot and his boot is sticking out of the fucking, out of the casket, excuse me, and he looks directly at the camera. He's like, some folks got a strange idea of entertainment, and it's like, I love that, man. They knew what this was, and Tom McLaughlin, man, God bless him, because, you know, he did this, and he did Sometimes They Come Back, which is one of my favorite movies, favorite ghost stories, favorite made-for-TV films, favorite Stephen King adaptations, all of that shit, man. Tom McLaughlin understood the balance in this movie, and there's a commentary, I think Cinema Voice is the YouTube channel, and they've got a shit ton of commentaries. They've got all the Friday the 13th commentaries, I think, for the most part. They don't have every single one, but they've got the majority of the movies, and Tom McLaughlin and somebody else are doing, I think it's the dude that plays Deputy Rick, are doing the commentary on this film, man. And you get some good insight on what he was putting into this movie to make it special, and it is special, man. And this dude that plays Court, this is John Travolta's nephew, and the more you look at him, the more he looks like a young John Travolta. I never knew it until like a couple years back when I finally listened to the commentary. But this movie's amazing, man. CJ Graham does a fantastic job as Jason. You know, he said at a Q&A panel one day that he wanted to be an undead Jason without being robotic. He didn't want to be Frankenstein, even though it was very Frankenstein inspired how he came back. But he said he wanted to have like the right balance of, you know, I'm undead, I'm gonna move slow, but I'm gonna move quick too. You know, like he's hauling ass after Tommy when Tommy's like, come on, maggot head, and Tommy's in the lake. He's hauling ass. Speaking of which, Jason is not the fuck afraid of water. Stop doing that, man. Jason walked into fucking water in this movie, man, willingly. Jumped into the water in Part 7. Swam in the water to get to New York. Or Vancouver. Was it Vancouver or was it New York? I don't know. We'll leave it up to Paramount to decide. But you know, Jason's always been in the water. But this movie is so good, man. It's so much fun. This is the one Friday the 13th movie where there's actual kids at the camp, yo. You know, Camp Crystal Lake, you know, there's actual kids there. You know, with the exception of the first movie when Pamela Voorhees, there's that first person POV shot of her looking at the kids and you hear that kill, 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 kill. Like that shit, but this is a active camp this time around, man, when they changed it to Lake Forest Green. I love this movie, man. And this dude right here, the one that's drinking champagne in the woods with his girl out of nowhere because they needed two people to just kill off all of a sudden. That's my man from Ski Patrol. He was the main dude in Ski Patrol. If y'all have not seen that movie, it is the fucking snowbound version, 80s version, or early 90s version of Police Academy, yo. It's funny as fuck. Hilarious, yo. But yeah, these two, they just needed some people to kill in the woods, and they needed old Martin to get killed. And it really was the bottle that killed him, right? And Jason stabs that shit in his neck. But I'm not about to go drinking in the woods. Like, I've smoked in the woods before. Quiet as kept. I don't want anybody to, don't say nothing to nobody, all right? Like, we're not going to share secrets on this platform. But no, I've smoked in the woods before, and even that was terrifying for me because once the shit hits and the buzz kicked in, I felt like it was a mosquito that was this big, or like it looked like from the movie Mosquito, like the shit that Gunnar Henson was fighting off with a chainsaw. It was like a mosquito this big just chilling on my arm for like 5 minutes. I promise y'all. And you know that was no good. But getting drunk in the woods, absolutely not. Characters, like I said, are great in this movie, man. Tommy's cool. John Shepard, I feel like displayed psychological damage a lot better than Tom Matthews. But Tom Matthews is the fun Tommy Jarvis to follow throughout the movie. The chick that played Paula, the redhead girl, she's great, man. She's so good. Like, she almost belongs in a fucking Halloween movie as a final girl, you know, that survives. I loved her character, man. She really cared about the kids and shit. The character is Sissy, the black chick that gets her head twisted around. I love her character. Court is the only character that gets to get some ass. And this girl is like riding him and shit. And she's like, you got to keep it up till the end of the song. And he's like, how much longer? She's like, it's only 10 more minutes. And Kurt's like, what the fuck? But yo, that scene is amazing. And Jason kills them both in the RV, and then the RV flips over. Apparently, they had one chance to shoot that shot, and they nailed it. Sheriff Garris, the best cop in this entire Friday the 13th franchise, man. One of the best cops in horror movie history for me, because he reminded me of Sheriff Meeker from Halloween 4, where it's like, I don't believe you at first, but once shit hits the fan, yeah, I'm taking action. Yeah, it might have took me a minute, but I'm getting there. And Sheriff Garris puts up a really good fight when he sees Jason's going after his daughter, and then the motherfucker gets lawn chair folded. Yo, that's one of the best deaths in the entire fucking franchise, yo. I can't say enough good about this movie. Do I want to move on to part 7, The New Blood? Probably, right? Yeah, I think that's the appropriate thing to do, right?